All that crap you give me about you need a fire and now you want me to open a window.
Yes, it's hot.
So just got a fire going. Really not too cold. It's low 40s right now outside. It's still 60 degrees on the inside of the house, but given that we're working with paint and other stuff, I want to be able to get the house warm enough that it dries quickly. When I was out here collecting some kindling for the fire the other day, I about scared myself to death because I was breaking off pieces of mountain laurel only about 3 or 4 feet from where a large snake was sunning itself. Now, I think it's a king snake. King snakes are really cool. They're harmless to me, but they eat other snakes. And we have rattlesnakes and we have copperheads. So any snake that's willing to come out here and snack on those can stick around as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a king snake. I haven't gotten all that close to it, but when I was up here just a little bit ago, I saw it again. It's right on this piece of dead wood over there, and there's a log behind it. It's up against that log in a coil, sunning itself.
How do you see it?
You'll see it. Take a step there and stop.
Oh yeah.
See it?
Oh yeah. It's got blue eyes.
Yeah, I think it's a king snake. I don't want to mess with him and chase him off, that's for sure.
The way you described him, he was huge.
He was laid out there. He was pretty big. He may not be the only one, so check your feet. But
yeah, gives you the heebie-jeebies.
We'll have to check the reptile pages online tonight and actually see what kind of snake that is.
I'm like a jumpy.
Get a little jumpy?
Yeah, just a little.
Well, there's plenty of snakes around here, that's for sure. As fun as it would be to take a nature walk today, we have a lot of work ahead of us. With these high ceilings, there's a lot of taping and prep work that has to be done before you can begin painting. And before the paint, you have to put primer, seal up the raw drywall, get it ready for a good coat of paint that'll adhere, hopefully, for the rest of our lives. Painting is a lot of work, there's no getting around it. And as you can easily tell, we are not professionals. But if we're careful, we can get a good end result that we'll be very happy with. I would be more than pleased to have a team of professionals come in and paint the inside of the house. But based on prior experience, I would expect it to cost no less than $15,000 and closer to $20,000. There aren't many things that we can do over the course of this build that can save us $10,000 to $15,000 in just a matter of weeks, but this is one of them. The room is split up into 5 sections by the beams. So day after day, we came in after work and we attacked the job. Every so often when you're working up here, you have to pause, look out the window, and appreciate the view. But then you have to get right back to work, because the supplies are loading up, and we're starting to get a backlog of items that need to be installed in the house. not my favorite, that's for sure.
I know, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're in pain though.
I'm just old.
It looks really good though. I just find it therapeutic.
I don't need therapy.
You sure?
Yeah, I ain't crazy like you. You're crazy enough to enjoy painting, you need therapy.
I don't know, I see an instant change and it just feels so much closer to where we want to be. It looks really good, babe.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm breaking the nail.
Yeah. Just buy what you want, what you need.
Well, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Today is November 24th. We are back on the build. We're gonna be spending our day and our evening up here trying to get everything taped off and ready to paint. Jafana has not yet seen what I did last week, so we're gonna find out if she approves of the paint job or if I'm changing colors.
It's Judgment Day.
Yeah, Judgment Day has come.
It's also his birthday. Happy birthday, babe.
All right, so that's primed, that's painted, and hopefully, I mean, I was still painting, it was starting to get dark, so hopefully I didn't miss any spots.
Yeah, it definitely has a yellow tinge to it compared to the primer, but it's just a little warmer, that's all. No, I like it though.
I think it looks all right.
You painted 2 sections, babe.
I painted a little bit of that one. I couldn't really, it was starting to get dark and I was running out of steam.
Oh, it's so good though. Looks really good. Just a warmer white. It's called Simply White though.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to just be white, but you know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And depending on the time of the day, it's a different color.
Of all the parts of painting, taping it off and doing the prep work is absolutely the most time consuming, and it is my least favorite. So when Jafana asked if we could pull the plastic off of the outside of the windows, I didn't put up much of a fight, even though I want to get the house painted.
Hold this ladder.
I thought you said you weren't there yet. I'm holding the ladder.
Nice to know how important I am to you.
I said you had it. So.
Uh-huh.
You had it.
Uh-huh.
You got it. Is it leaving a lot of glue or no?
I don't think so. These haven't been up here as long as these other ones.
Are you sure?
Baby, those things, we've had those in storage for years before we put them in.
That's true.
And then they were up for a long time before these ones even came in.
When the plastic coating has been left on the windows with long exposure to the sun, it leaves a sticky coating when removed, almost like an adhesive. And as long as it takes to peel it off, you're going to spend at least that much time cleaning it up to get that off of there.
Today is unusually warm. A couple days ago, they said that today was going to be cold and rainy all day long. Yesterday, it said it was going to be overcast. Not overcast. It is bright and sunny in mid-60s. We figured since we don't know how many more days like this we're going to have, we'd get out here and get that plastic film peeled off the outside of the windows so that the sun can actually make its way inside the room, because it might be the end of winter before we can come back up here and try this again. open up. Smiley. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, now we get back to the other. We are about to test one of the products we've got. We want to put a protective coat on the beams. So before we do that, we want to test it to make sure, number one, that it works. I keep doing this too thing. Number one, that it works, and number two, that it doesn't have so much fumes that it chases us out of here. Because if it has that much fumes, we're gonna have to wait till spring when we can really open this place up and leave it open long enough for everything to air out. Let's see. It's clear. Doesn't smell terrible. It smells like orange. Shoot, I did too, didn't I?
Yeah, it's okay, because you went low.
See, I marked it so it wouldn't go above that.
I know.
Yeah, see.
I'm your voice of Jimmy Cricket.
And so you're basically supposed to be able to put it on and leave it as long as you want and then wipe it off.
You wipe it off?
Yeah, you just get a rag and wipe the excess off. Because it's oil and you want it to soak in, but you can leave it for a while and then wipe it off. It doesn't cure, it doesn't have any hardeners. It's mostly linseed and tongue oil.
I also want to see like the darker
wax.
spots. Like what does it do? See where it's discolored? I just want to see what it does.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
The question is what happens after it dries. And it takes a while to dry. It's not going to dry right away. Keep trying to go above that mark, don't I? It doesn't smell bad.
It doesn't at all.
It's not a lot of fumes. Put this back on here and we'll give it 24 hours or so to see what it looks like, and then we'll decide if that's what we want to go with.
It looks great from here.
Yeah.
Yes. Looks amazing.
All right.
Jafana was trying to convince me that I didn't need to sand down and reprime an area that I wasn't happy with. She said you couldn't see it from the floor. I did some of it, but I left most of it the way it was, and she was right. I finished priming the top, and she primed the bottom and met me halfway up. Day after day and night after night, we've come back, averaging about one section a day. On more than one occasion, I've been asked why we don't spray it. Spraying is an acquired skill. It's not something you want to cut your teeth on a DIY project with this much wood and windows to cover up. The errors could be catastrophic.
That's the plan.
I just stuck my hand in the paint.
I know, but look at your view.
Yeah. My view is right here. What I'm doing is nothing else right now.
Okay.
Unfortunately. If I did have a view, would it be any good? I'm afraid I'll fall off this thing if I tip my head down. Well, it is Sunday. It is the last day of our 4-day weekend that we have been up here basically trying to get all the priming and painting done for this main room. That is the last section. There are 5 sections separated by the trusses. That is the last section. We're getting ready to prime that, and then we're gonna move to these next sections. This one's already been completely painted. We're very happy with the way that it turned out, so we're gonna use that color of paint for the entire thing.
Simply white.
Simply White, which has a little bit of cream yellow to it, but whatever. But it's taking on a really nice look. I'm looking forward to, after I get the paint on there, being able to take off that blue paint so we can actually see the way everything is going to look.
No, you said blue paint.
Did I say paint twice?
Yes.
We also have all of the plastic finally off the windows, and we got those clean. So even on a day like today when it's overcast and rainy, you can still see out into the fields. It's still pretty. You get to see the trees. Apollo likes to sit there and wait for some poor wayward deer or rabbit that walks out so he can chase it away. But it's starting to come together, and you know, it's always longer than we thought it was going to be. But we are pushing hard trying to get this done. I've got like 5 major things that have to be done before we can actually move into the house. So once we get this finished, we'll move into Lauren's bedroom. The reason we're doing that is her lease on her apartment ends this month. It's almost ends in December. And so we have to go get her furniture and bring her bed and everything up here and put it into the house, and we have to have a place for it to go. So that room needs to be completely done.
Thanks for watching. I'm constantly amazed that so many people have chosen to follow along on this journey. I wish all the videos could be fast-paced and fun and always full of success, but that wouldn't be realistic. And I think it's just as important to show the pitfalls and struggles and the bad decisions associated with doing this kind of thing yourself, as it is to show the finished product and earn my bragging rights. I'm very proud of what we've achieved, and I'm proud of the way that we've achieved it. And I hope you all come back and check us out again at BreakHeart Orchard. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, it's still waiting for you.